today's video, we're taking a look at the brand new Olympia shotgun in Black Ops 6 Zombies to see how well it stacks up against the rest of the weapons. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so word on the street is this Olympia shotgun is absolutely broken in Black Ops 6 Zombies right now, so I have to give it a shot and see how it stacks up in the later rounds and maybe in a couple boss fights. Full disclosure, I have always been an Olympia gang member. While I agree the M14 is the more efficient weapon, something about the raw power of a shotgun has always interested me, at least as far as zombies is concerned. I don't know, when you think zombie apocalypse, I feel like a lot of people imagine some kind of shotgun as like a good tool to have. And it sounds like with the Olympia in this game, the way it apparently performs, that we Olympia gang members will be able to rise up once again. I have messed around with this a little bit in multiplayer, and I did unlock the cut off stock that helps with aim down sight and sprint to fire and all that stuff. So this is apparently the better version of it, but I have yet to check this thing out in zombies, and I am honestly so extremely excited to. Of course, the amount of times I'm going to be reloading in this video is absolutely brutal, but that is what Speed Cola is for. As it stands right now, it's not even fully killing them with a headshot on round 5. But I do know this thing gets Dragon's Breath rounds once we pack-a-punch it. So hopefully if the raw power of the gun doesn't stack up the Dragon's Breath, we'll be able to finish them off. I have to admit, this is probably the most tedious round 5 I've ever had in BO6. I think before anything, I'm going to grab Speed Cola here. Alright, we'll go ahead and get our first little damage buff here. Right, finally enough to pack a punch. And it becomes the Pluto shotgun. And not only do we get the Dragon's Breath rounds, but we also notably get 4 bullets at a time instead of 2, which is going to save me a lot of headache going forward here. I'm sure with Deadshot and Double Tap, this thing is going to be absolutely brutal. Alright, PAP 1, Blue Rarity. Let's see how this thing goes against the... Oh my... Didn't even have time to say its name. Yeah, thankfully, the Dragon's Breath rounds actually count as elemental weakness against things that are weak to fire in this game. The only weakness I'm seeing with this thing and building it up is the ammo count, honestly. But once you get to the later rounds, money just becomes such a non-issue that I don't think that's a huge drawback for the weapon. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but isn't Pluto the Roman name for Hades? Might be completely wrong on that, but something about that sounds right to me. Not even the HVT can handle this thing. Alright, we got our first abomination. We're gonna double pack this and see how it does. Oh, I don't even know if his mouth was open. His head just kind of popped off. Oh my gosh. I mean, at this point, you don't even have to wait for his mouth to be open. I just took it down like an idiot. I probably should have had quick revive, honestly. All right, we have the HVT abomination. Oh my gosh. All right, I think I'm going to build this thing up just a little bit more before the boss fight. All right, guys, just got to round 25, got some perks, got purple rarity, triple pack. I think we're pretty set to do this thing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. I also threw Napalm Burst on the gun itself. I don't know if that like adds to the elemental weakness or anything. I don't know if that's separate from the Dragon's Breath, but whatever, it can't hurt, right? My main priority here is just going to be conserving ammo, honestly. But I don't think that will be too difficult considering we are just one-tapping regular manglers. All right, bring on the HVT. Let's see what you got. Come on. There we go. All right, HVT Abomination. Show me what you got. This thing is absolutely broken. So let's keep that our little secret. Treyarch, do not touch this gun. All right, so that was pretty nutty. All right, let's upgrade this thing that little bit more, and then we'll see how this thing does at health cap. All right, guys, we just made it to the health cap. Unfortunately, last round was a vermin round, so this will be our actual first test on the zombies health cap. Oh yeah, this thing still slaps. The Olympia still slaps. I mean, you're very likely going to have to buy ammo with this thing. But like I said, that becomes such a non-issue in these high rounds. I mean, look how many points I have. Plus all the ammo drops from the Manglers and the Abominations or whatever other elite or special enemies are on the map you're playing on. I mean, yeah, we're at the point where we can say the Olympia can pretty much handle whatever the game throws at you. At round 55 and up, it's just an endurance test at that point. Well, we've seen how the Olympia completely maxed out does on Liberty Falls, but let's see how it does in an actual boss fight. AKA, we're going to go over to Terminus and try to bully Patient 13. Real quick, though, I want to see how this thing does against Nathan. It's okay. I think I should have tried to double pack it before I came in here, honestly, though. All in all, not too shabby, though. All right, let's see how this thing does. Piece of cake. But did we really expect anything less from our boy, the Olympia? So what did we learn today? Well, for starters, the Olympia is incredibly strong and is top of its class in many aspects of the game. Its high damage exceeds not only as a high round weapon, but also in its boss killing potential. Its only weakness is getting it started with pack-a-punching and rarity, which can be solved with a gobblegum or a little elbow grease. I strongly urge you all to give the Olympia a shot, and let me know down below if you were able to get the same results as me. Once again, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I've been AQ Devi, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.